Hello lovelies, so it's been a while, but I am back today with an art journal page, an actual proper art journal page in my altered Ed Sheeran book thing that I've turned into an art journal. If you're new to the channel, you might not know about this book. So this is a book that I got from the op shop, and I loved the size, I love the pages, and it was, I think it's an Ed Sheeran, what is it? It's an Ed Sheeran visual journey, that's it. So it's this big green book, and I've turned it into an art journal. So most pages I start with gesso. You'll see that I've started with a very light coat of gesso and I dry brushed it because I do like the words in the background. There are some great pictures in this journal that I will leave as is as well. But yeah, for the most part, I enjoy keeping the text there. So I wanted to play with my scribble sticks. I'm all about using my stash and I haven't used them in a while, and I thought, let's see what happens if I just, scribble on the page and then activate with water. Because I didn't gesso properly, some places it doesn't work as well, but I'm all about the texture and I'm going with it. And then because I like bold colours, in the end I just scribble straight on with a wet scribble stick. So scribble sticks are basically sticks of pigmented paint. And you can use them as a crayon. They're a little harder, but you can use them to draw and they activate with water, or if you wet the end of it and then go on, it's like you've got a stick of paint. It's really quite cool. That is generally my preferred way to use it. I like to wet the end of it and then go in and then add some water and activate a bit more. I just like the bolder colour that gives. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm trying to keep white space. I don't usually keep a lot of white space, but like I said, I do like the writing and being able to see some of the text. And I thought, I'm just playing, so let's see how we go. I don't hate it. I really do like how it turns out. Literally, I picked up a few colours, started scribbling, and that's going to be my background. So I have hit it with the heat gun in between. I've dried the gesso and then I dried the paint sticks. But I always wipe that out. I always edit that out because no one wants to watch something dry with a heat gun. So I'm going in with a stencil. Now I'm using all Scrap FX products from my stash. I have an ever-growing stash of Scrap FX products. And this month it's all about playing with our stash. So I've grabbed a few things out. I'm using this stencil and I am using white gesso. Now you can't really see it, but it's all about just building the layers. So that's what I'm doing. And then I decided to come in with... I haven't used this stencil yet and I love it. I just love the crayons. So I wanted to bring that in with some black paint because I really wanted that to pop. And then I'm going to come in with some of my favourite stamps and again use black paint. When I use foam stamps, I like to use paint rather than ink. Mostly because in the past my ink pads have been a little dodgy and I like the bold black look. If I'm using black, I want it to be really bright and bold and crisp and not, funky. So I use paint. It's what works for me. So I'm going in. I probably should have used some white as well now, thinking back. But like I said, I was playing. It's been a while since I've been in my art journal. It's been a while since I've felt good about art journaling. So I really just wanted to play and not think too much. So that's what this page is all about. Just going to town with some of my favourite bits and pieces. So I'm using a collection of Scrap FX stamps and I will try and link them in the blog post. No, sorry, not the blog post. I don't do blog posts anymore. I will link them to the Facebook post on the Scrap FX page so you can see what stamps I'm using. And then, I'm just building up my background. It's just all about the layers. And now I really wanted a focal point and I was trying to figure out where I wanted it. And I love the right-hand page too much to cover it. So I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. But the left-hand page, those black stamps were just a bit too bold. So I use what's left of the gesso on my brush and just push it back a little bit. And as you can see, it just sort of tones it down a little bit. And then I'm just going to stick my figure right on the left-hand side there. I'm using a glue stick. Yep, nice and technical, but it works. And then I'm going to grab my Stabilo All pencil and just draw around this figure just to give it a bit of a border, a bit of a shadow. Now, Stabilo All pencil is water activated and you can then add some water and, activate it. Wow, words. And it just goes, what am I trying to say? Anyway, you can activate it with water, but I like the look of leaving it as a pencil mark. I do this often. I don't activate it and brush that water out. I keep it as it is. I really like the pencil look that it gives. And as you can see, it's just really made that pop off the page and just really, you can just notice it a bit more. And it brings it out from the background. So something I really enjoy doing, I like to just outline things with pens. I like to use paint pens, but in this case I'm using a white Uniball pen, and I'm just outlining some of my stamps. Now it just helps define the edges a bit, and I like to draw, so I enjoy doing this. I love the look it gives, but mostly it's the process. I just enjoy doing it. So I just find that, yeah, especially with the black and the white, it just helps pop out some of those smaller stamps, especially the triangles. I love outlining the triangles with my white pen. And then I'm going to do it on the other page too. As you can see, I've pushed those back. So it just sort of helps bring some definition to these stamps, especially this stencil here, the crown stencil. I felt I'd lost a lot of the image because my paint seeped under my stencil, because, you know, I'm a messy stenciler. And just by bringing in that white pen, it just helps define it a bit more, and I really do like that. And then just finishing it off with a quote. I put quotes on everything, and I use my ever-growing stash of sticker quotes that I have. My favourites are the Art by Marlene, and that's what I've used on this side. Don't be afraid of getting lost. The unknown can be a magical destination. And I really wanted to use black stickers because I felt it would pop really nice. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. I'll be back real soon. Bye for now.